Yo, people,
New York experience.
y'all know what time it is. It's time for the brunch show, y'all. Yes, it is. Good brunching, good brunching, good brunching. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. Hope you're humping on something. Hope you're humping on something. But yes, it's the brunch show. It's your boy, Bill the Billionaire. And we got Tamika and Ace in the building. Good brunching. Good brunching, my people.
What up,
Good Brunchin Podcast.
Good brunching, man. I'm trying to sit here and go live on the Good Brunchin page, but it ain't letting me.
It's not letting you go live.
Nah.
People, make sure y'all follow us on all platforms. We are live on all platforms, but make sure y'all follow us at all platforms at the Good Brunchin Podcast. On all platforms, like I said.
It's not letting me do it. I don't know why. I think it's hating on the fact that we're trying to be successful. I think that's what it is.
And like I know some of y'all want the link. We will send you the link. Just put that in the comments that you want to get ahead and come on in here on the brunch show. Like I said, we are live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We doing it all. Tamika, Ace, how y'all doing? What's up? How y'all doing?
I'm good. Go ahead, Mika. You go first though while I try to fix this.
Maintain and not complain. And happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday, good brunching.
It's
As y'all can see,
outside.
I am not here. I'm not in the office. Okay, we are not in the office. I'm in Atlantic City losing money, not making money. Okay. I'm here losing money, not making money. But having a good time. Yo, I just found out last night that I look like a drug dealer. Yes.
Wow.
This lady,
Wait, somebody said that?
Well, I'm going to put it like this. I was outside smoking. Welcome, people. Good brunching. I was outside smoking, and this lady gets out. She pulls up in the car with her man, and she's like, gets out. I can tell she's twisted, and she's singing some song, and I'm like, oh, okay. And she was like, yo, what up, though? Now, mind you, it's a white chick, okay? The white chick, she got like blue hair, got the little nose ring, right? She goes, what up, though? So I'm like, what up, though? So I'm sitting there smoking. Her man gets out the car, get ready to walk in the hotel. She walks over to me and goes, hey, you know where I can get some Coke or some E? And I go, not at all. And then she goes, yes, you do, you pimp. I know you. I was like this. Oh, no, that ain't me. And now I'm smoking. Why she go, let me get some of that? I said, no way.
Oh, no. I don't need that residue.
No, I don't want to get her to walk around with the bum.
Right,
So
I don't want that residue.
Yo, so then when I shut her down, she was like, fuck you. I know you're a pimp. You wish I was one of your hoes. I said, no, the fuck I wouldn't. Like, listen, you do not meet the criteria, even if that's what I was doing. But nah, man, they out here on a Tuesday asking for Coke and E. I was like, this is Atlantic City is different. It's real spooky out here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean,
and now listen, I had a button on, I had a button up on. You know, I wasn't having nothing crazy. I guess you know,
you was in real pimp attire. You was in real pimp attire though.
Yeah, no. It was like an open button up. Green.
That's a real pimp attire though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. Good brunch and everybody coming in. I see
And all that. Come on now.
the chain and all that. Get that, yo.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yo,
She was like, yeah, you was out there shining.
she saw the I prayed for this and was like, oh, he prayed for Coke too. All right.
Hey, yo, that's what we do. Yeah, so
He prayed.
I'm gonna see what happens today. Going to the water park with the kids today. So you know that should be fun. We'll see what it is, man. But you know, I'm here. We the work don't stop. The work don't stop. The Good Brunchin show don't stop at 12 o'clock. Come on now.
Stop till we get enough. Come on.
I'm excited about today's topic, though. I'm excited about today's topic because I think this is something that a lot of people talk about. A lot of people see highs and on both sides, but we're gonna talk to the people and see what it is. But people, listen, if y'all ever want to get ahead and send us in any questions, any topics or anything for Situation Fridays, make sure y'all send it into the Good Brunchin Podcast at gmail.com.
Oh, let's go ahead and put this out here now. We have a new segment that we will be doing on Fridays as well called who you brunching with, you know what I mean, who we brunching with. And I think this Friday we might do a little sample of it. So we basically want to get you guys into it. All you gotta do is just record a video, to the beat. We'll send you the beat, or if we'll send you the beat so that way you'll say, your name and of course where you at, and we will go ahead and do that. And that's just something we're trying to do, just bring people involved. Who you brunching with? So this Friday, the three of us will do it, just so we'll make sure that everybody's on the same page and everybody's able to see what it is. And once it gets some traction, if you want to be a part, it's not like a one and done thing. You could be involved, week after week after week after week. But we would like to see you change up the video. Don't just be hitting us up to use the same one I did before. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. 2 times and that's it. 2 times and that's it. All right.
There you go.
I can't get on live on the Good Brunchin page. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all.
You can't do it. Okay, I'm not gonna front. When we've been dealing with Ace, I've been feeling like I'm dealing with one of my parents when it comes to this technology thing. I'm not gonna lie. Every time, no. You and Tamika keep trying to show stuff with these blurred background. Tamika over here doing this, but it's blurred out. Like,
hold up, I'm gonna show you right now.
Go ahead.
Look.
There you go.
Yes. Is it? Hold on. I'm trying.
Don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. Like I said, I feel like when I'm dealing with Ace, and when it comes to
it
technology,
won't. Basically, when I hit the live button, it goes to 3. To do the countdown, but it's going right off.
Nobody cares.
How about Mika? You try it. Maybe it's me.
I'll try.
We're good. We're good.
I'm gonna log out.
We're good. The angry producer said, "Don't worry about it. Let's keep this thing going." So, listen, people, we're gonna get into the topic. Like I said, if y'all want to go ahead and be in it, just put it in the comments that y'all want to come to the live, and we will send you the link for today. But today's question, people, it's time, and the question is: married versus single. Who's happier?
Come
married,
on now.
Single. Who is happier? Who's happier? Me? Married versus single. What do you think? P in the comments says single.
I will say
Queen wants the link. Go ahead, let's take care of the people.
I mean, for me, I would say single. Because you're a little more open to sit and explore and do a little more what you would want to do. So I would say maybe single. I mean, me personally, I don't want to be single. So I think I would be happy if I was with somebody. But most people will probably say single.
Ace, how you feel about that?
Married people are happy.
Why you say married?
The reason why I say married people are happy is because of the simple fact that a lot of single people don't want the woes of being in a marriage or a relationship. They don't want the woes. They want just the happy times. So a lot of times you never heard a single person say, "Man, I'm so glad I get the vacation by myself. Man, I'm so glad I get everything is, oh, you going through this? See, that's why I'm by myself. Oh, you're doing that? See, that's why I'm by myself." It's always a negative thing that they look at. Never once do you sit there and see somebody say, "Man, I love raising these kids by myself." They don't do that. They don't point out the happy times of, the family, this person got my back. When I get to go in the corner, and I need somebody to discuss like my future endeavors and things like that. They don't never point that stuff out. They always point out see, that's why I'm single. That's why I don't want to do that. So I think that married people are happier because our only thing is when we say we like, damn, I wish I was single. It's when the person's getting on our nerve. That is it. But if you ask that married person if you could be with anybody else, would you? They'd be like this. And learn somebody else new? Hell no. You'll stick with that same person. You don't want to learn nobody else new. Single people got to keep starting over and over and over. And then eventually they be like, I'm done. That's why I'm being single. That's what it is. So I say married.
You say married. Like, and for me, I'm like, I'm in between. I'm like cutting that middle part.
Ain't nobody right behind me. They say a T right behind me.
No. Look. We know. Nah, it's all right. He got the cup to the door. Like, oh, really? You better say that, John.
Yeah, that is that girl sleep, but it's real talk.
No, but I feel like I agree with Ace in certain aspects, but it's because it's like at time I feel like single people have fun. They're having fun, but it single. I feel becomes lonely. You get what I'm saying? Because now I'm being by myself. Like, don't get it twisted. Everybody thinks of single in the affectionate way, in the sex. I can go ahead and do this, and I can just do me and live this and that. But then the older you get, the more you know you need to kind of like, all right, I want to chill out. I need somebody I just want to come home to and be able to have conversation with. I want to be somebody I can just go out with and do this. And this is not even just, we're saying married here, but just start getting to a serious relationship. Some people is like, okay, it's good to have fun and do all that kind of stuff. But then it's times it's like, look, shit is expensive. I remember it's like, dating all these people is expensive. Trying to keep up with this is just too much work. I'd rather just get me one that I can be able to just come home with and I can have, have my person. Now, the thing is, you want to find your person. There's some people that are married that don't have their person. They're married, but not to their person. I'll put it like that.
Right.
That's a whole nother situation.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Like, I seen people that say, married single moms or married single dads, and that makes you feel as though like you're out here by yourself being a parent. But that's what bring on up. I think that we're
gonna bring my bad. We're gonna bring Queen up. Queen is in the building. Queen, what's going on, Queen? How you doing? Welcome to the brunch show. Good Brunchin.
Good Brunchin.
Good Brunchin.
Good Brunchin. Queen,
so
how do you feel about this?
You feel?
I say, what do you define as being happy? Some people are happy single-ish, but other people are miserable when they're married, because I can tell you by the way my inbox be looking. Nothing but married people in my inbox, but they on social media and everywhere else, I'm happily married, but y'all in my DM trying to play with my private part. So is you happy or is you not?
All right. And see, that's the thing. Charmaine said agreed upon. She agrees with what Bill was saying, but that's very true, Queen. It depends on what you consider happy. That's why I said a lot of times when you look at a single person, most of the time they are pointing out they are happy that they're single because of the woes of the marriage. Man, that's why I'm so glad I'm single. I ain't got to deal with this. I'm so glad I'm single. I ain't got to deal with that. Most of the time, when a married person goes backwards and say, I wish I was single, it's just because they're just going through a situation with that person. Yo, come on, man. Sometimes I just wish I was single. Why? Because I don't feel like hearing her mouth every day. Well, that's a part of being in a marriage. That's a part. That's the part of the thing. But T on Instagram said maybe they're happily married, but sexually miserable. Now that comes with marriage. Like he says, that does come with marriage. That does come with marriage. You got to look at it like it's like when we rent a car. When you rent a car, you don't give a damn. You expect that car to be perfect the days you have it. You don't expect no flat tires. You don't expect no check engine lights. You don't expect none, because why? You returning it. That's how I look at a single man with just dating a woman. I ain't talking about somebody in a relationship, just dating a woman. If I'm dating Queen and we're just, hey, why you with me? You know what time it is. But now I go marry Tamika, and in year 2, now I done had this car consistently. I done had to do a couple oil changes, then I had to change the brake pads, and all of a sudden, now I'm thinking everything's smooth, and boom, check engine light, come on. That's when Tamika said, I ain't in the mood. The hell you mean you ain't in the mood? When I was with Queen, I didn't have to worry about that year, because you wasn't with Queen for a certain long, it was sporadic. So when you have that, it's way different. Pete.
Y'all, my lifestyle is different. So.
Oh yeah, your lifestyle. You be
like,
look, Queen like this. Queen like this. Oh, you ain't ready? Hold on. Let me get this nigga on the phone.
So we got.
I get over one. Yeah, I'm on to the next. So.
Hello. Is this James? I'm sorry, I called the wrong number. Hold on, I'll call you back.
What'd you say, me?
We got Bonita on my live. I'm gonna send her the link. I'm gonna send you the link, Bonita, so you could join. Okay.
Okay.
What I was gonna say. P said in the chat. P said women get comfortable. They sex you up. but soon as they take you off the market, they fall back. And then Auntie said, single is better. Queen size bed for a queen. Nah, I need a king size bed. Nah.
Yeah, and I think, and once again, I think it's the woes of the, it's the woes that are. If you ask any single person, like, yo, you ain't got no issues, ain't no worries,
Right.
everything that you dealt with, you don't have to deal with. Would you want to be in a relationship? Most of them will be like, yeah. Because as you getting older, like you said, Bill, you ain't trying to worry about who going. I need my medicine. Who gonna help? You ain't gotta worry about that. That person got your back.
Bengay on my knee.
Right. You gotta run.
What I think the question that we gotta ask is, what is it that you're getting?
Will needs the link. Will needs the link. Go ahead.
All right. I think we have to ask the question of what are we actually looking for? You know what I'm saying? Because some people aren't looking for that commitment right now. Some people are looking to just have fun. So yeah, if you down to just have fun, that's why I tell everybody, don't just be getting married just to be getting married. Like if you're gonna get married, know that you really want to get ahead and do this. And I seriously mean that. And if you don't want to get ahead and get married, then you sit here and be single and enjoy yourself. Right. But understand the person that you're dealing with, know what they want, know what they want also. Because at the same time, you wanting to have fun and just do what you got to do when you can be with somebody else, you with a woman that she's ready to settle down. And I think that's one thing people deal with, that when they're in the fight of one wants that relationship and one wants to have fun. Sometimes it happens that we both came in it just having fun, and then one person no longer wants to just have fun. They want to bring it into a relationship. So that communication of where y'all stand and what you actually are looking for is important. You know, when it comes to that.
That's why find somebody who aligns with what you want. If that's the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you are serious about that commitment of, that's spending your rest of your life with that person. Make sure they want the same things you want.
Very true.
Once you make that commitment before God and for everyone else, you locked into that. So then all of a sudden you change it. It's like, well, this is what I thought we both wanted. So now, 2-3 years later down the line, now this not what you want anymore. Like,
but I think it's more so,
Monique, good brunching.
Things change. Good brunching, Monique. I think things change over time, and we discussed that often. That you change. Like the other day we talked about the love languages, and that changes. So I think those things change. So but you have to be willing to change with that person. So. Certain things like you like, all right, I'm willing to bend to that. And then some things you just got to understand that that's that person and you're willing to change with them because you made that commitment to ride with them for better, for worse, through sickness and health. And a lot of people think sickness and health is just simply, I'm not feeling well. No. Sometimes it's, I'm going through this mental thing. I'm going through this physical thing. I'm going through this, just life. And as we say nowadays, you know what I mean? And you got to be like, yo, this is a dry spell for us, and be willing to deal with it. I think that when it comes to single people, though, they're more so, I don't want to have to deal with those roller coasters. So it seems real. It's easy for me to just pop up and be like, yo, what I'm doing on a Friday night. But like Bill said, eventually Friday is just like a Wednesday to you. I'm going to bed.
Right.
And when you go into that bed and you like, yeah, it ain't nothing to do, and I don't have a person to watch the latest movie with or discuss it. You know what I mean? Now you're calling a lot of people. Did you see this? Did you see? And they're like, hey, let me call you back. I'm talking to my wife right now. Oh, y'all are married.
All right, so now look.
You know what I mean?
So now look, let's do this. We are all on this that's here right now, or all entrepreneurs, right? We all sell things. Okay, we sell, our comments, Meek, you doing your queen, you doing your thing. We all sell something. So this is what we're gonna do right now. Each of us got to pick a side, married or single, and I need you to sell the single or sell the married to the people. Which one you selling? Who want to touch that?
Go first. Anybody else? Wait. Before we do that, do we got anybody else in the green room?
Not yet. Green room, we good. Good brunching.
Okay.
All right, Queen, you got that, Queen?
I got that. I'll sell.
All right, so who you selling?
As a single mom, solo entrepreneur, solo business owner, I prefer to be single. Why single? When it comes to dealing with my child, I don't got to deal with no one else. interfering with I have to do as a parent. My sperm donor, he stay on his way, and which is cool, completely out of the way. I don't got to deal with nobody trying to tell me how to parent my child. Oh, they don't like how I do this, how I do this. Cool, you don't got them rights anyway. I'm good over here. When it comes with my business, knowing that, okay, there's certain times, certain weekends, I'm going to be busy. I don't want to have to deal with having to, oh, well, you don't got time for me and we don't spend enough time together. Well, this is what I do.
Gotcha, bro.
Weekend, I'm good during the week. Cool. You want to go out during the week? Cool. We could do this. We can have our intimate time during the week. We could talk, or all of that stuff during the week. But you already know, come the weekend time, it's time for me to make money. So you need to understand that. That is why single works best for me, because I'm out moving. And even when it comes to my advocacy and stuff like that, I'm always on the go. My phone is always blowing up. It's either somebody wanting to place an order, somebody needing me to help them fight for their cause. So my life is busy. I don't have time for a traditional relationship. So if you're not willing to move with that, I'm good with being single.
Okay. Meek, what you selling, Meek? You selling married or you selling single?
So I will sell married because of the fact that I know myself. I know I don't like, not that I don't like, but I would prefer to be with somebody. So I will sell marriage. Marriage is because my marriage is, yes, it would have some things to do with my entrepreneurship, but I'm not married for my entrepreneurship. You understand? So if I'm an entrepreneur now, and I said this before, I'm an entrepreneur now. My lifestyle is way different from what it was before. So if I'm with somebody, that person has to understand my lifestyle now. Has to understand that if I'm working and if I'm doing what I'm doing, if I get that phone call at 3:00 in the morning that something is happening, you cannot be upset with that, because then I will have to sit and be single. But I will push marriage because of the fact that I would love the comfort. And you see that I'm saying this is what I need. I need the comfort. I need the, when I'm having a hard day and my job and trying to sell things. And you know what? I didn't even have a good week. I'm coming home to somebody, to the comfort, to the where I could sit and not worry about my entrepreneurship and not worry about what it is that I'm doing. I'm coming home to my home. I'm coming home to my husband. I'm coming home to my personal life, not my business life.
Go ahead, Bill.
Ooh, that was it. Lala says single equals the streets. That's what Lala said. Lala says single equals the streets. So I'm gonna sell this marriage, and I'm gonna sell marriage on the fact of doing the single thing already. I had the single thing is fun, but like I said, they're doing expensive, yo. I ain't got time. Like going, I mean, being it matters. Like I said, I feel like the single process is when you want to find yourself. You got to get yourself together. And if you don't have yourself together, there's no reason to even jump into the marriage point. So right now, I'm speaking for those that know this is where I'm at. I've had my fun. I've got it out. But now I'm looking for that person to take it to that next level, because the single thing, like I said before, it gets lonely. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's so much better when you have somebody there with you. You know, I know me, I'd rather come home to somebody than come home to a cold bed by myself. I mean, I know I'm never alone because I got these hands. You know what I'm saying? But I just said I'd rather come home to somebody else and have them use theirs than use mine. You know what I mean? And then it's just different levels of being married than to being single. I feel like there's so much room for confusion. You know, because right now I'm single, I can get ahead and be this person's cool, and then the next day I can connect with this one. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Now I'm fighting it, but now I'm stuck in between. When I found my one, I got my one. I'm good. I ain't got to go nowhere. You know what I mean? So I that's why I'm going to get ahead and fight for the marriage part. I'm gonna fight for marriage. Ace, what you fighting for?
I'm definitely gonna say married, due to the fact that single equals positive and married equals negative to the world. However, it's actually the opposite. And the reason why I say that is because, as the two of you have pointed out, Queen pointed out some positive things about being single, but it's always about the rejection of what the other side brings to the table. So it's more so being a loner. And the end game for me per se is stability and happiness. And I think that when you're single, you are stable. However, there are a lot of things that you may not be able to accomplish. For example, if you have a young child at a late age or whatever, that child may not be old enough to understand insurance at that moment. You know what I mean? Now, when we're young and your child gets to grow with you, then that's different. But let's talk about a person who is 40 that just had their first child. Do you get what I'm saying? That means they got to make it to 70 or at least 65, where the average black man passes away at 65. You know what I mean? Before we start talking about understanding insurance. And a lot of us, we are over the age of 25, 20. How many of us really would understand insurance the way we know now? That would hit us by a long, like out of the blue. So I say that, in the long end, I want the happiness and the stability that comes with being married, as opposed to being single and having to deal with a lot of things by myself. I think that when you deal with a lot of things by yourself, you know what I mean? It's for that time. Like Queen said, I can deal with this right now. I can deal with this right now. I don't have to check with nobody. I don't need no push. I don't need nothing. But in marriage, you always looking for tomorrow. Single, you look for today.
Gotcha. Well, I want to welcome our new folks to the Good Brunchin Podcast, live by Nita. Will Wright is in the building.
What up?
So as y'all see, we talking about married versus single. Who's happier in this phase? Married or single? Who wants to touch that first?
Let's start with Athena.
All right, cool. Athena, Good Brunchin.
Hey, Good Brunchin. How are you?
Good Brunchin. We good. Who married versus single? Who's happier?
I can only speak for a single person because I've never been married. I can't attest to that. So I consider myself to be pretty happy as a single person. I have the freeness to do what I want to do to an extent. And I'm sorry, y'all. You know how that situation goes.
You good. I'm saying, so let me ask you this. You being single of course, I mean that's what you want to be, right? I mean, not saying that's what you want to be, that's where you are right now. But is the married thing something that you do want, or you rather because some people want to just stay single?
Stay single, right?
I'm actually at a point in my life where I pretty much think I'm gonna be single. I don't like dating at this age. It sucks.
But do you want to get married? Like, if you found the perfect guy, would you want to marry him?
That's not happen. No, I'm not getting married.
So even
that's
if you
too much paperwork. Okay, I don't want to do it because it's too much paperwork, and then everything is combined, and then you part of mine, and I'm you part of it. I ain't got time for all of that. I'm good.
She said, "I ain't with it." Okay.
So if you find that perfect guy, your thing is to him, hey, we'll just be life partners.
I'm not gonna find a perfect guy, but of course.
No, sure. I mean the perfect guy for you. I'm talking about the perfect guy for you. I'm saying the perfect guy for you. If you find the perfect guy for you that fits all your criteria, everything is lining up, but he says he wants to marry you, would you just say, nah, let's just become life partners? Now, that doesn't mean it's a deal breaker for him. I'm not saying that. But if he goes, I've been rocking for 2 years, and he goes to say, Athena, will you marry me? Your thing is going to be no. I'd rather just be life partners.
I prefer life partners at the age that I am. Yeah.
She's like, bye. She's like, all right, we're gonna come back. Will, how you feel about that, Will?
Hold on, before Will start. Timothy said married for sure. I think he said married for sure. Can we go back to that? He said married for sure. If you with the right one, then there's nothing like it. Okay, go ahead, Will. What you said?
So hold on. Do I gotta sell this? This the part I'm just saying. Which one I think is better?
What do you feel? Who do you feel is happier? Married people or single people?
Single people.
Okay, why?
Because me and my niggas are struggling over here. That's why.
Oh, that's sad. We're gonna send you to marriage counseling.
I need. Just send me some money. Don't send me.
What do you mean by
I'm just being funny. But I think you could be. I don't really want to pick a side because I want.
What the hell?
You can be happy with. The screen change threw me off. But I want to believe that you can be happy both ways. Single, happy, married or whatnot. Some people are just happier being by themselves sometimes, enjoying their life. Some people are better happy married. Me per se, I'm happy. As long as I'm happy, I'm happy. I don't give a fuck who it's with. I could be by myself and be happy. Luckily, I'm married, and I'm not happy every day, but I'm happy most days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with marriage though. I will pick marriage though because I don't want to be alone. I don't like being alone. The devil's playground is an idle mind. So me, when I'm by myself, I think, wow. So I'd rather be with somebody, help me think, come up with the right decisions and stuff like that. So I will go with married.
Okay. All right. Last but certainly not least, come on, let's bring it to the front. I don't know why did the screen change?
I don't know either. It threw me off. I thought he put me back in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Hi, Bonita.
Good Brunchin, Bonita. How are you, dog?
How you doing?
Would you
You gotta unmute yourself.
Okay. I said, y'all said, how am I doing? I said, single. I want a husband.
Okay. So who do you say?
If you think this is a big smile, then imagine if I was married.
There you go. So with those thoughts.
To be honest, I think that people mistake happiness, and everyone has a different version of what makes them happy. I think that complacency also thinks you think that because maybe you're financially set, or maybe you think because your accolades, you've hit everything. Like maybe you're a woman and you have your master's, maybe you own a home, maybe you have all this stuff and your age has depleted you. You've gotten to an age now where, like my girl, I'm going to take care of her. She's going to be so thankful of me. I don't know her. I'm going to bless her. She's at Tyler Perry Studios. I'm going to bless her. I have some single amazing men, God-fearing men. Watch your life change. I promise you, your smile, everything's going to change.
That's so nice, but I don't need a man, boo. I'm good. I don't need a man. Give me all those
Athena walk around like this. Athena,
she's part of the marriage ministry at the church.
But honestly, there's men that don't even need the paperwork today. There's men like that still that are on the same alignment as you. There's a lot of men that I know, grown men, that are like, what do we need to waste that time doing all that paperwork for? Because honestly, I can do the same thing with you being my best friend. I can go buy a house with you. We can do investments together. We don't even have to be married. We can do it as business partners today in the world. It's very easy for two people to not be traditionally married and an open business and do insurance and do all these different things without being married. So I understand where you're at, but there's men just like that. Don't think it has to be marriage, but I definitely know there's men that want to spend their lifetime with somebody. Even doing that, I want to see that for you. I want to see that for you, that you find somebody that aligns with you, because I promise you, it doesn't have to necessarily be the word marriage, right? But two is better than one. Two becomes one. And that's what I want to see for you. I want you to see a man taking your groceries in. I want to see a man just treating you out to go get your feet done. I want to see you come home from work and not have to call a female, but go walk in the room and just be in a shower, yelling out the shower to your man, telling your man how your day was. And you come out there and he's like, here, baby, here's a plate of food. Just relax. Just something, those simple, intricate details. It might not be exciting for everyone, but I promise you, for me, it means everything. Yes, I love to cook my own food. I love to cook, but imagine if a man was here. I love to demonstrate to my teenage daughter, because I was married. I'd love to demonstrate to my teenage daughter how I serve my man.
Right. Now, do you guys think, and Queen, I'll start with you. Do you think that, because Queen, you of course said single, do you think that, and of course with the lifestyle that you live, do you think that if you had to tell someone else, you would pick, hey, if a person said, do you think I should stay single or get married? What would you say to them, Queen?
I would say, I just want to back up for 1 second. Why do people feel like single people, if they're not married or in a serious relationship with another person, why do you feel that we're lonely? Like that's one thing that triggers, like, people are happy by themselves. I enjoy my own company. Mm-hmm. So why do people automatically assume just because you're single, you're lonely?
I think the term lonely is not so much for you with yourself. It's lonely in the state of a relationship with another partner. So, for example, the lifestyle that you live, you may not ever be lonely because, like you said, you got a constant rotation of a ball. But for the average person, like Athena, for instance, if her thing is, I'm not dating anyone at this moment. No, I'm not lonely within myself. I got my daughter, I got this, I got work, I'm not lonely per se. But if I want to go out and grab a nice bite to eat, I don't want to have to always be like, well, I got to find something that's kid friendly. Maybe it would be great to have a companion that I don't have to think that this person, or if I go out with this person, I gotta have sex with them, or that's what they gonna want. You get what I'm saying? It may be a little bit more comfortable. So I think that's where the lonely part comes from. Is just saying that that person may be lonely when they want to do more adult things that two people, like Bonita said, like, yo, I want to be able to come home and just have a nice cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a daughter that can cook, but that 12-year-old meal is going to be way different than a grown. Mommy, I made you grilled cheese. You like this? Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Before we can, let me go touch the comments. We getting a lot of comments in here. Unique said, "I desire companionship." And a matter of fact, I'm living the life again. Okay. And then also, I think we had a comment from Facebook from Kevin. He said, just for my freedom papers, just for my freedom papers in my Harriet Tubman voice, newly divorced. All right. So now he's newly divorced, got him freedom papers. Now, my thing is this
hard time to
like
ask him.
I was like, I was about to say, this guy not a hard time.
Right now,
he
don't
count.
Like, so how do you really feel? He'd be like this, single all day, forget marriage. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him. And like, let's talk to him in like I'm gonna say 3-4 years. 3-4 years. Right. And just hear what his thought process. Not saying he's gonna be married then, but like I feel like when you go through something hard, I feel like for me, I would like if I weren't married, the only thing I always think about is having to relearn somebody and go through the whole process of relearning and stuff like that. And I think that's a lot. And then for the heart that I'm giving and stuff like it's a lot. But I do feel like I would want to be married. I want my someone, you know what I mean? So I'm willing. I have to heal from the original marriage, from their marriage. You got to heal. I feel a lot of people get out of a marriage and they just go in and now they're going into situations unhealed. You know what I'm saying? They're going into situations that are just band-aids and really said and instead of really taking care of what the problem the problem is.
They need to go check. They need to figure themselves out now. Especially you've been married for a long time. Like if I get a divorce, nigga, I'm not gonna get married right away because I need to figure out me. I've been married since 21. So I need to figure out what the hell I like, what I like to do with it by myself.
See, now that goes with what Queen was saying. That most of the time when you're single, and Athena even touched on it, when you're single, you get to learn yourself quicker. So you've been married since 21. So for you to say that, you haven't even found out who you are. There are a lot of times that you might be in a
who I am by myself. I'm saying I know who I am, but
by yourself. That's what I'm saying. So you know, whereas Queen and Athena and Bonita like, hey, we here at this restaurant. I know how to move and shake and mix and mingle. You like this. The hose is loose, and you don't know how to, you don't know how to act. You don't know how to go ahead and just sit and be within yourself and say, tonight I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling.
So
Deacon, pull up. Deacon, pull up.
I would like to say, as a person like myself, where growing up as a female, because you know most girls, oh, Cinderella, the Prince Charming, I want the big wedding. I didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up with the mindset of, oh, I want to get married. I never thought I would get married, but I did get married. You understand what I'm saying? And that my wedding was beautiful. My marriage has been great. If I was to get a divorce, would I marry again? Yes, I would. From a young girl that grew up never thinking, I never planned a wedding a day in my life.
You're the only girl.
I never thought about a wedding or planned a wedding until it was to do mine. Because again, I never thought I would get married. They'll be like, "Dude, you're gonna get married?" What the fuck I look like getting married? Because how I grew up, where I grew up, and the lifestyle I was living, I never saw it. I always saw myself as I didn't even see myself with kids. Honestly,
because she was a gangbanger. She was a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Her lifestyle.
Streets.
So now let's.
She was out here banging.
I really want to know though. So Queen, Queen, would you tell somebody to go the single route, the married route? What would you?
She said she's going single.
Oh,
she's fighting for single.
I would say be married. Like, yes, even with my type of lifestyle, I do desire to be married. I do want the wedding. I was engaged before. I've planned an entire wedding, so I still know what I want. But it's just finding that person that I want it with. Right now, the roster that I have, none of them are included in what I want. Who I want a future with.
So I got a question. So being like you said, the roster, right? And I remember like the thing of having your roster. Do you feel like that roster distracts you from finding that marriage? Because you have a roster. So it's like, hey, I can be with this person this day, this person this day. How do you have time to focus to even get to marriage if you have the roster?
Well, I have a roster, but I do have my favorites on that roster. So, you know, my favorites, they get more of my time.
You got the Fave 5 like T-Mobile.
She did it like
got the Fave 5.
You know, who I feel my best self with, they get more of my time.
Got it.
Okay, but you don't think that's still, you said you want to get married, right? You do want to get married, correct? Okay, so if you do want to get married, how you having your roster and now your favorites, and like, isn't that still distracting you to get to that marriage?
No, because I'm still figuring out who I feel is going to bring the best version of me. That's who I want to be with. If you're not, like I said, we're not in a traditional relationship, but even still, you know, if you're not, you know, catching on to my taking care of my emotional well-being, my physical well-being, if you're not actually caring for me and things like that, then that's how I already know where your place is going to be on a roster.
You got it like a buffet.
The best of me, who
the
I
shrimp
feel
be hitting
myself with, who our goals and stuff align with, yes, you're going to get more time with me. But the people who are on my roster, our goals are somewhat aligned, but not completely aligned with what I want. But I already said, I have my life partner in mind. Our goals completely align with each other. It's just that we're in different places in our lives right now. We cannot be together.
Got it. Athena, I want to know from you, like, because I know you said you would rather now at this point just stay single, you know, even though you'll find a partner and be cool to partner. But if you had to tell a friend and they was at that crossroad, what would you push? Would you push married or single? we definitely know you ain't asking Miss Deb.
Basically,
you can't lose another person on this world. Come on now.
I would. I mean, I think that anybody. It's hard for me to kind of answer that question because I don't want people to. I think marriage is a beautiful thing if that's what you choose to do. And I did want to be married at one point in time. But I think that my last situation kind of deterred me from wanting to be married. I just don't want to do that, and I don't want to meet anybody new because I don't want to go through what someone else just said. Billy just said meeting somebody, getting to know them. It's too tiring. I'd rather be by myself, and I don't want to condone anyone else to live their life like that. But if they want to be married, I think marriage is a beautiful thing. I don't want to say it's a bad thing. It's just not for me, not anymore.
I feel you. Kevin,
and it doesn't mean that I'm lonely, and it doesn't mean that I need a man sent to me. It means that I am solidified in who I am. As
you know, your girl Tawana over here sending them to you too.
Right.
Trying to bless you.
Kevin said he's been with his ex-wife since the age of 19, which segues the question I have to ask for Will. Sort of kind of like I asked Queen and Athena, but different for you. And I'm gonna say to Bonita, I'm gonna ask y'all two same question. Will, being as though you got married at a younger age, would you encourage someone else if they was at that crossroad to get married at a young age? Would you tell them to wait, or would you tell them like, hey man, there's gonna be some ups and downs, but I think you should do it?
I mean, I never tell nobody not to get married because it's definitely a beautiful thing. But I will tell them this though. Hey man, you gonna cheat? Just don't tell your girl. You might have to cheat, my nigga. I'm just gonna be real. What? I'm pushing the cheating. That's all. Just cheat. That's the only way you're gonna be happy in this marriage.
Then they might as well be single then.
No.
Yeah, when people tell a joke like that, it's a
listen. It's forbidden booty is way better than just booty that you could just get. It's just, I'm telling you. It's beautiful. Getting forbidden booty is way better, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Just if you want to be happy in a marriage as a fella, cheat, man.
You want to know what's crazy? Hold on. You want to know what's crazy?
When you need them.
Hey, check it.
You know what's crazy?
Thoughts of Will Wright are not the thoughts of the Good Brunchin.
Thank you. The thoughts of Will Wright are not the good.
Hey, listen, I get to say the wild shit on the show. That's what I'm here for.
Go ahead.
I'm the wild card. But all those aside, I'm just messing with y'all. All those aside, I'm gonna be real with you.
Hold on, because Kevin's agreeing with him. Kevin's
No,
straight divorce. Kevin's in there like this. I know I should have been cheating.
Kevin, like I should have did this a long time ago.
Hey, look. You don't want to be alone.
But no, I want to know.
All jokes aside, all jokes aside, yo, I would if one of my homies like, yo, I'm thinking about getting married, I'm like, man, just be careful. I'm not gonna lie to you. Be careful. This is not. What was that?
They're young though. They're young. So we're not talking about somebody in your age.
Oh, you say, at a young age.
Yeah, because you said one thing you pointed out.
You was 21.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. At least I would say like at least wait till you like in your 30s, bro, or close to your 30s. Now I ain't gonna say you ain't gotta be 30, but you can be 28, 29. You get some mature fellas nowadays too, but. Yeah, just take your time, bro. Like, just take your time and no rush. Matter of fact, one of our comedian brothers named Diggs. I told Diggs, I said, listen, man, don't do what I did, my nigga. Don't have all these kids right away, my nigga. Don't get married right away. Get a girl that you love and enjoy her and learn her before you say I do or whatever, because you want to have fun with her. You don't want to dread this moment or whatever. It might take some ups and downs, but at least it's just y'all. You have to work out with just between one person, not a kid in the problem in the way or something like that. So take your girl out of the country, see how she is, how she handle trips, how she handle drama, how she handles her emotions, how she handles different things. You got to learn her. And I was too young to understand that because I'm dealing with my own stuff. So we conflict all the time, like boom, boom, boom. But
and of course, with y'all getting older together, it's more of a balance of, hey, when I gotta learn you in this state when I'm used to you being in another state. That's a good thought. Bonita, I want to ask you, Bonita, since you've been married before, somebody else comes up to you and they ask you, this is my first go. I mean, this is my second go around or my first go around. What should I expect, you being a divorced woman? Would you let them know things that went on in your first marriage, or would you let them know things that you look forward to in your second?
Yeah, I kind of honestly would never tell somebody what went on with mine. I was annulled, and I don't count it. It was unfair. He had 2 babies while we were married, and he was overseas in the Air Force, so it was just unfortunate. He couldn't keep his stuff in his pants overseas for 8 years.
See that, Will?
So I don't blame him. I don't blame him, but he was young. We were young. I was 20. So,
so
I would never tell somebody based on that situation. I would never use that to deter anybody. But I think that I'm not the one to... Like I have a mature mentality, and I think that's what matters when it comes. It's not age, it's not timing. You can date somebody for 9 years and not know them. Mm-hmm. You can be married for 20 years and still not know the person. I've seen that happen. I've seen where my grandmother was married to somebody since she was 15, and they knew each other, but he was the death of her.
Wow.
So he shot her in the head leaving out of church. So again, when people say date this person for 5-10 years, or you take your time and go slow. It's kind of just like, but you don't do that when it comes to signing your life away on these tax forms, working for these employers, going to slave yourself. You don't take your time when it comes to buying a home and going into automatic debt, going to pay Uncle Sam, and you really don't even own the home. You don't take your time and doing none of that stuff, but yet you want to take your time on doing something for redemption.
Right. No, I definitely understand that.
Wow. I'm confused there with people. So for me, I don't have that. I honestly feel like my next husband, which is going to be my final man, I promise I'm speaking that in existence. Amen. My man is going to say, hey, this is what I want. This is
you go, girl.
And we'll be together, and that's it. And I'm not saying, we got to wait 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, 360 days. No, we're not doing that. Let's talk about it. Like
right.
Because if I want it on day one, I'm getting it on day one. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody take me to no photo booth studio.
Think they're getting it on day one.
Yeah, no photo studio. Jay, good brunching, man. Jay,
good brunching, y'all. Good brunching, y'all.
Good brunching. Married versus single. Who you with, man? Who you with?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take the single route.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Only reason I'm gonna take the single route is I already been through a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Young,
Jay,
whatever.
Come on, Jay. You
bro.
Come on, bro.
Nah, listen. I already been.
Jay got married right out of middle school.
Look, Jay like this. Jay like, I got married in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to 6. I'm going to 6th grade now. I ain't doing this.
I got married 10 days before I turned 21. And for me, I did it because it was my best friend. And I felt like what was presented to me, right? The attributes and things that were put in my system growing up, I followed those. I want to be established. I want a family. I want the business. I want it all. Granted, I got all of that within my 8 years, but then it was like, all right, how do I keep growing with this person when now we on 2 different levels of growth? Now, when I look at the marriage perspective now, it's like, can you really trust being married nowadays? Because people don't have a sense of prioritizing with your relationship and knowing that, all right, I have to have my boundaries in my relationship, but I still got to elevate myself. Now people just want to be out here sneaky linking and all types of shit. And you be married and the other person be acting single. So it's like, I'm married but single. And then you put it into perspective where, like Facebook and all of these other apps got it where it's like you're not either single or married. Now it's, you complicated. So it's like, how do you explain that? There's no such thing as being complicated when you in a marriage.
All right. No, that's
I feel like this. If you feel the necessity to get some attention or get materialistic things outside of the relationship because you feel like I can't give it to you, then by all means, we don't need to be together. So I'm going to just save my money, my time, my name, and my efforts from it. I'm not going to marry you and put my name on something, and then I'm going to lose that because you don't want to sign a prenup and you want to take me for what I got in my back end. That's a lot of people nowadays, they took from what marriage was and what we know marriage to be, they took from that, and now it's, I just need a benefit. What am I gaining out of this? What he got to offer me? Oh, he got money. Oh, he could do this. He could do that. He could flip this. He could flip that. Oh, you know what? Yo, you know what? I know she been ran through by the team. Oh, yo, my boy got into her. So fuck it. I could do it too. So it's like your mindset goes back into being that child, so it's taken from that ultimate goal of, building that kingdom, being the man on the throne, but also knowing your place as the king and the queen in your position. And a lot of people don't know that no more. So I'm sorry, I'm riding with the singles on this one. I'm not going to be married and do that.
Hey, Jay, man, you all right?
Yeah,
you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
But no, man. I think we need to open up a line of prayer for Jay.
I know. Can I lead it?
Nah, I'm good.
No, Jay, what's going on, brother? What happened?
Jay went ahead and did it. But now, Good Brunchin though. Who you riding with?
Mona. Mona? Good Brunchin, Mona.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of like on the fence because, first of all, I'm older than all of y'all.
What happened?
Did we lose her?
What happened?
Soon as she did her age, she moved us out.
There she go.
I was about to say, after she said, I married all of y'all. The Wi-Fi was like, you ain't older than me. Watch this.
You got that dollar.
Imagine Mona was like, I'm falling, but I can't get up.
Sorry.
I'm falling, but I can't get up.
Mona looked like my mom.
Somebody called me, that's why, and I was trying to, I'm still learning how to work the phone and all that shit. I'm not like y'all fucking millennials that know all this shit. I don't know how to do none of this shit, man. This shit is crazy. So I done been married, I've been single, I have children, I have grandchildren. Now I want to share this. I don't want to go off topic, but I want to share this. When my mother was alive, right? My mother was married 3 times, right? And I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Why does she keep marrying these fucking no good men? What the fuck is the issue here, right? And then so I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that. I don't think I want to get married because I'm watching my mother and I'm seeing the stuff that she's going through. So then I decided to do it, and it was like, it was okay. The first one was cool, and then I did it again. And the second one was more financial, and that's being really honest. That was a financial decision, and whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, But the point I want to get at is when my mother got older. My mother just passed away a year and a half ago, right?
Sorry,
and before, thank you. And before she passed away, she was in this relationship with this man, Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez was a motherfucking man, right? They were together for 10 years. And I never seen a love like that. And with two older people, if you understand what I'm saying. So now I'm thinking, maybe I could do this again. I don't know, man. I'm too set in my ways. I think I'm.
Now, if you could find this, let me ask you, Mona, if you could find a Mr. Sanchez, though.
If I could find a Mr. Sanchez, I would consider it as long as that nigga got his own place, he got his own shit. I don't want nobody in my house. Listen, I'll be 60 years old in 2 years, right? I'm almost 60, right?
Come on. I like you and Jay with these lies. Come on.
Listen.
I was just about to say, I know she lying.
Yeah, come on. I'm almost 60. Come on. Mona is 35. Come on.
Right? How about that? I could lie. I used to like them young boys, but I can't rock with y'all no more. So
Jay about to fix his hat. Jay like this. How you doing? What's going on?
But the thing is, if the Mr. Sanchez for me has his own shit, got his own.
Yeah, Mr. Sanchez done cut you off. What's going on?
Mr. Sanchez
said, I'm right here, darling. What's going on with you?
Somebody done picked
up. He said, "Let me call your phone real quick."
Yeah. Look, I still got your number now.
Let me just. I gotta remove some of y'all from the backstage and for the thing because we gotta get some new people in.
Yeah, let's get some new people.
Don't take it. Don't take. We ain't kicking you.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Queen, we gonna drop you, Queen, and Can she?
All right, we good. If those they can say the people that we sent those links that I was trying to get in. Just try to hit those links again. We got a little bit more time on here, so we can get ahead and talk about it. So yeah, I'm with Mona. See, they with Mona. They with you on this. Mona, you're on mute. We can't hear you, Mona. Is she muted?
Yeah, JP said Mona's making her bones in these internet streets.
Yo.
JP like this.
What is she making?
JP like this. JP popped on. He's like, yeah.
You might have to.
I'm mad she said that because I feel like that too. I feel like I'm getting too old. Like I don't.
Yeah.
How she said, I don't.
Time out. Wait, Bonita. I know you just didn't say you talking about getting old. You
better go like I'm getting old. Like I don't.
You
I
old.
said that
You
the other day.
I
told my best friend. I said, what if I just don't find a man? I'm just gonna be by myself because I don't think I want a man in my house.
Bonita, let me explain something. You do realize we follow you, right? You do realize we follow you on social media, right? You do realize we follow you on social media. You do realize that, right?
What that mean?
We see you in these DJing streets doing your thing. You are 19, girl. You are 19. Stop it.
I wish I had a receipt for my physical therapy appointment I had today.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
The receipt gonna say, don't know why.
They had me in there doing this.
Look, they gonna like receipt gonna say, I don't know.
Wait, La Bonita, how old are you? How old are you, mommy? La Bonita, how old are you?
Mona, I'll be 40 May 13th.
Oh, y'all young.
Remember, Mona, when I first met you, I said you look like my mom, and she's 53.
Oh, you did say that was you that said that. Yes. I
said you look like my mom.
Yeah.
Oh, how old y'all think I am?
Queen
36.
Queen like 20.
Let me open this.
I know any woman. I know any woman's age.
I'll be 37 July 5th.
I know every man and every woman's age. No one's ever lied to me.
Listen, black don't crack, honey.
Mine sure don't.
That's a fact.
JP.
I don't know. You been to Atlanta?
JP.
Yeah, JP said JP said Mona's 76. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And if I'm 76,
JP
I'm a good looking 76.
Yeah, JP hating.
We got Deacon in the building, and Deacon is recently, I'm gonna say 3 years divorced, right, D?
Yeah, 3 years and counting.
3 years and counting. It's all right, brother. Now let me ask you a question: married versus single, who's happier? Where are you at right now? How do you feel about this?
So, first, I want to say that this is a very good topic. Next, I want to say
thank you.
That you really, it's really hard to chart who's happier, right? being on both ends as the residential divorcee, being on both ends of the table, it all comes down to who you are and how you process life. So some people, as it's been stated numerous times already, some people are completely okay with life as it stands right
Right.
now. So
Right.
if that is that the source of their happiness, then they're gonna be completely happy compared to someone who may say, this is not what I've known. We have to look at upbringing. We got to look at traumas. We got to look at all these different things to really process where people are mentally to say, okay, marriage is for me or marriage is not for me. I myself, um, putting on my deacon's hat, we already know if you're trying to live again, you need to, and you can't keep your penis in your pants or you can't keep your legs closed, and you bet it's best to try to get married, right? But that's a religious point. That's a religious aspect of it.
Mhm.
But mentally, being divorced and now being on the other side, I agree with everything what everybody was saying on both parts. Being single, it's a financial commitment that you have to be ready to commit to. Where when you're married, there's a financial component, but that's a financial component you build in with that person. Where when you're dating, when you're out here being single and you're out here dating, if you either dating for fun or you're dating with intent. And unfortunately, because I've always dated with intent, it's something hard to get out of. So, um, with a lot of therapy, and a lot of healing, I'm preparing for um my next marriage. But
Right.
I won't be saying to anybody, oh no, don't get married
Don't get
or
married.
stay single. I would tell them do what's best for them. Search yourself and find out what's going to complete, what's your completion, because everybody completion is not with another person.
Very true. Very true. Good brunch, good brother. Married or single? Who you with, man? Cash. Yeah, there we go.
Well, you already know I'm with the single life, my brother. First of all, everybody's doing a fantastic job. So everybody, let me go ahead and give you guys a fantastic round of applause. You guys are
Come
doing
on, man. Come
a
on,
great,
man.
great job.
Cash
Great
approves.
job.
This is a good thing. Cash approves.
Good.
We got Big Bear and JP in the building.
Yeah, let's get those two. Let's get those
Big
two.
Bear,
Men.
Big Bear, what you?
Big
How
Bear.
you feel about this? Married or single?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. I've been married. This is my third marriage. I was married in the military. I was young and stupid. My second marriage, she actually tried to kill me. My third marriage, been married to her for 17 years. Marriage, I'm with marriage. I can be single, but I'd rather be married. Okay, and just like one of the other young ladies said, you gotta have that right person that's with you. You could be with somebody for 9, 10 years and still not know them.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
But I hate when people say, I gotta get married. I gotta. No, you don't. I mean, you can be single and still have a good life and have fun and do what you need to do. The other young lady was like, what did she say, Mister So and So? He got his own place and everything else.
Yeah,
I'm
Mr.
good.
Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez.
Yeah, Mr. Sanchez. But I love being married. My wife has been my strongest supporter with everything that's been going on. When I changed jobs and, you know, I made different decisions, I always talked to her. She gave me her opinion, but she would never say, I think you should do this. It was, if that's what you want to do, babe, do it. And I got it because if it didn't work out, I couldn't say, well, you told me to do it. Now,
Right.
I told you if that's what you want to do, I'm here to support you. That was one of her main things, communication. And that's what I tell everyone. You got to have that communication, okay? And that would be that's the best thing to me, communication. And also, not to knock our American women, because I was married to two American women. My wife is from another country. She's from Guyana.
Got
And
it.
and the culture with women from other countries, it's not that they're submissive, it's that they seem to be taught that the man is the head. And then I may have some of the women say, "Oh, what you talking about?" I don't mean it like it's my house and you
No,
do what I say.
I understand.
We work together. For example, my wife went to go see her family in Guyana, and she was having issues with her dad. You know, they had a tumultuous relationship. But her father gave us our wedding present and told her, when you get back home, make sure you give this to Jason. I pick my wife up from the airport, get her home. She reaches in her pocketbook, gives me the envelope with the money from her dad. Now, I'm going to ask the women on the panel here. You do that, you go to your dad, he tells you to give this money to your husband. I'm going to say 90% of them are going to be like, okay, I'm going to get home, I'm going to tell him my dad gave me this money and I'm going to put it in the bank, whatever. Okay, and I'm like, what are you giving it to me for? Because my dad told me to give it to you. That's the culture that I've noticed with a lot of women from other countries. Not saying we don't have that culture here, ladies, but it's like that independent, to be independent woman, then you get married, but yeah, you still want to be independent. You can't have both. You can still have your independent, but now you're with a team. My wife is still independent. I'm still independent, but I do know that we are a team. Okay, I'm about ready to make some moves now, and I'm like, babe, how much we have in there? I don't even know how much money we got because my wife takes care of that. I just say, babe, I need to take care of this or that. How much can I take out of there? And we good, and she'll let me know. Okay, I got no problem with that. Okay, I think that this culture now, unfortunately, internet, social media has made women to think that they don't need a man, and men to think, the man is supposed to provide. In my opinion, that's what I'm gonna say. In my opinion, if I can work and my wife don't have to work, I would love that.
And I think that's what we. I think that's what we all want. That's what we all want.
Yes.
Queen, you were saying something. Go ahead.
Ask you, who's the breadwinner? Because that's really what it comes down to. It comes down to who's the breadwinner. And here, so I'm gonna put this because people on this side, I've never spoken with you before. So I am poly. So with my lifestyle, it encompasses everything, financial and everything. So here's the thing: when it comes with dealing with your regular traditional marriages, relationships, is yes, I do believe in my poly relationship. Yes, the man is the leader. He is the top. He is the provider, and everything like that. But that is because that's what works for us. And when it comes to finance, what comes with the differences between the cultures, between American, so I have a West Indian background, but I was raised by Americans, so I see all sides of it. So yes, the man is the provider. When it comes to dealing with your typical Black Americans, society has taught that women have to be independent because of how everything was split up when it comes to the Black family. None of us have financial gain or economicals as these other cultures have. We were not taught about group economics. We weren't taught finances. So when it comes to us getting in these relationships and these marriages, depending on how our parents' relationship was, that's what we see in a marriage. I desire to be married, yes. And that man is going to be the provider, yes, because that's what my father did. Right. He provided for us no matter what. And my parents were married 31 years. And after 31 years, my father was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So it comes, it's different. There's different levels to everything, even when it does come with culturally, because it is based off of what their family was like, what their household was like. Some people have their whole family lives with them, but that just bases off of just that family.
Mm-hmm. So we got JP. We got JP in the bit. JP, what up? Good Brunchin, brother. JP, Brunchin. How you feel about this?
First off, I like the place, bro. I like what
y'all. Welcome, man.
Right here. If you over 40 and you single, it's you.
I wouldn't say that.
That's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Yeah,
it's you.
He's talking to someone directly. He's talking to someone directly.
No,
explain that.
No, first off, marriage isn't for everyone. And if it's not your cup of tea, then I strongly advise you do stay away from it because it's a compromise when you get married. It is a sense of being considerate about another person's feelings, movings, and all that kind of stuff. It's a whole nother line. It is not a he she, man, woman thing. In today's society, I feel like marriage is like a yin and a yang, where you're strong, you help your partner where they're not as strong, and where you're weak, they help you in those areas. But people have these black and white, yes or no's, tier top things that they say. Oh, a man is supposed, like now I'm saying what you say. A man is supposed to provide. Well, that's not today's society. When that rule was written, that's not applying today, because women are striving, and some women even make more money than the man does. So if we are in a marriage and you're making more money, don't expect me to spend all my money to be the breadwinner of this family. The whole construct of marriage has changed. What fits and what works for you. And this is coming from a man who's been married 21 years. I've been with my wife 25 years. You know what I'm saying? So there's areas that I know that I'm not good at. I like when the guy said he don't even know what is in his bank account. I just take what I want out of my little bit of money and give the money away, because I know I'm not good at that. But then I do know that when I say let's do certain things, we do certain things. You know what I'm saying? So whatever works for you. But if you're over 40 and you single, it's you.
Yo,
it's you.
Go ahead,
It's you.
Deacon. Go ahead, Deacon.
So I don't want to change the topic, but she hit on something that was society has misguided us in thinking about this whole provider thing and understanding what truly a provider is. And a provider is not, a man being a provider is not a financial obligation. A man being a provider means the overall everything that is supposed to encompass everything that he's supposed to do in the household. If we go historically, once again, Deacon had on. If you go historically, when you go back to the garden, the man was given the job, and the woman was created to give help. Now we come to today. Today's society has changed it, where now, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of pushback, and somebody's gonna be upset with me. Women have changed the mindset of being helped to becoming a liability. If you look up what a liability is what we're responsible for. And from creation, we were never supposed to be responsible for taking care of you. We were responsible. You were here to help us. So whatever need that man was supposed to have, as he just said, it's the yin and the yang. If you understanding what's the need in that marriage, you are supposed to be willing to fulfill that need. But now today's society has social media has already put it as, oh no, that's not what I'm going to do.
Right.
I want to ask a question. What's the definition of marriage to you guys?
I want to say this first. Let me say this first. It's funny how people, and I thank the deacon for saying that. It's funny how when people throw religion into what they think marriage is, they only take the part that they gotta use.
Yeah.
They never take the 100% part. They never take the whole thing. No, this. Oh, but if he said this, then don't forget he also said this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Bear, before you get off, go ahead, good brother. What is your
I totally agree with what the brother just said. Okay, it's a partnership. Okay, you gotta work together. Okay, real quick. Like I said, my wife is from Guyana. We went to go pick her son up to bring her son back to the U.S. in 2010, and he would have been going into the high school. But I said to my wife, I said, look, babe, I think we need to keep him back another year, let him get used to being in the U.S., and then let him go to the high school. But he's your son. At the end of the day, it's your decision. My wife said, okay. And I said, but no, babe, what do you feel? She was like, no, if that's what you think we should do, then that's what we're going to do. My son now is an engineer. He came to the U.S. in 2010. Instead of him going into the high school, we kept him in the middle school. He got a full year in the middle school. He's now an electrical engineer, living in Connecticut. We get ready to go see him next week. But it's a union, everyone. And just like the brother said, society and this internet has made it seem like what he said, like women are a liability. We see all of these videos where these women say, I want a man with this, I want a man with that. But okay, if you want a man with all of that, what are you bringing to the table? Okay, if you're not bringing nothing to the table to where you can even help fill the cup, why does the man need you? Okay, and then they want to, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Nah, it's a union, it's a partnership. That's what I strongly believe with marriage. Okay, it's a partnership. Okay, like the brother said, yeah, if you 40 and you single, that's because you want. But if you're a selfish person, marriage is not for you. Marriage is not for you if you are a selfish person. You have to be someone that's not a compromise. Okay.
Let's go back to Tamika's. Let's go back to. Let's go.
Let me jump in. Let me talk to you. You hear me? You can hear me, Bill?
Oh yeah.
All right, perfect. This is really the JP. JP, I'm 40 something, and I'm still single. So that's my choice. This is my choice. I took that shit personal.
I can't hear him.
I can. He's just like kind of muffled.
It's muffled.
He's a little muffled. But go ahead, Cash.
No, he just wanted to come on.
He just wanted to come on because he felt some type of way about him being 40.
He said it's by choice. He's 40 something, and he's single.
But y'all remember what I told him though, right, on the other show about the 40-year-olds, right?
he still got his confidence.
He ain't gonna say that to me if I said the same thing JP said.
He's sitting there going through it.
It's a him problem. Cash know it's a him problem.
Yeah.
But he admitted it, though. He said that.
So Queen, what is
single? If you know you are not good at a partnership, don't waste nobody else's time by getting in a marriage if you're really not for it.
But that's not what this world is about. You are not an island. You are not built to do this by yourself. When you find a problem anywhere else in your life, you will go and fix it.
But
let me finish.
Answer.
If you have not saying marriage, but if you have a problem to finding conformity in love, that's a problem. Go get that fixed so that this way you can find the comfort. No one wants to die alone. I don't care what people tell you. Oh, I'm here by myself, blah, 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 blah. Talk to me in about a week or so. And if they're honest with you, oh, I just wish I had someone I could hold their hand or someone I could talk to in a certain way. That comes with a line of conformity. That comes with a line of understanding. But people are scorned and hurt either from their experiences or from what they heard, and now they don't want to do it.
Right.
Charmaine said you got to be a team player to have successful relationship or marriage. That's very true. You got to be a team player. You have to be.
People are just not built for it, and society needs to be okay with that. Why force people into things that 50% of the time does not?
I don't think that people are forcing people to be in a relationship. I think that, like JP said,
everybody has a choice.
Yeah, I think like JP said, if you know that marriage is not good for you, then don't get married. But that doesn't mean, like Athena said earlier in the show, to force away somebody from being a companion of yours, or to grow old with someone, or to get help in certain things. Like Bonita said, like she said it. She said, I am not sitting here turning people away. However, yes, sir, Big Bear, have a good one, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, I'm not turning people away. I want my daughter to see a healthy relationship. But at the same time, she's not going to sit here and just be like, next one in line. Come on now. No, she's not doing that, but
and it's like,
but I keep hearing people say the healing process factor of people, and I don't think that people are ever really truly healed. You can't determine if someone's truly healed. I honestly think that they just watch their triggers. They manage their triggers, so they don't go around this type of crowd or date this type of person because it might trigger them. So a lot of times when people get married, it could be someone that's suppressing their triggers just for you. And you might not know until years later. So when people say, oh, I want to meet somebody perfect. And they don't say that. No, everyone's going to say, okay, no one's perfect. Yeah, we get that. But people still want perfect. No matter what they say, they still want somebody healed, complete, and financially set and stable and all this stuff. And no one's willing to do the work or meet somebody where they're at and do the work to get there. Now, I'm with JP. We're not supposed to be alone, but I honestly know there's a lot of people that want to be alone and they're fine with being alone, but that's them and that's their purpose. But in reality, who wants to be alone in as an elder. I have an aunt. My aunts are in my 50s. My mother, my women in my family started young. My grandma was married at 15. Women in my world started young. So I don't have old.
Yeah.
They're greats if they're 90. So in my world. So grandparents and great grandmas are 55 in my family. So
Okay.
saying that to say, I was talking to an aunt, my aunt's best friend the other day, and she's 54, and she said, kudos to you. You're not married. You guys divorced. I know that, but kudos to you. At least you have a child. If you died or if you got sick right now, at least you have a teenage daughter. She's about to be 17. She's going to nursing school. But she's like, at least you have, at least you were able to have kids, because I didn't. I never got married, never had kids. And now I feel depressed in my life right now. I reached out to her because she has nobody. And her mom's dying. And she's just like, dang, I never did. And she's beautiful, but she never had kids, never been married.
Never had nobody that. Go ahead, JP, and then I'm gonna come to you, Deacon.
She's praising me because she's like, at least you have kids. Like, I have nothing. So everybody's different.
Ace, you said something that's so important. You said the kids are watching you. That's very important. And I like when I was single.
I didn't hear you, JP.
I said Ace said something very important. Ace said that the kids are watching you.
My daughter watching me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Ace said the kids.
Ace talked about the kids.
Yeah.
Ace talked about the kids. And that's important. It's important for kids to see you in functional relationships. Now, I agree with what La Bonita said, but she said you suppress your triggers to be in a marriage. You know what that's called? Maturity. Like I want to have 2 and 3 women at a time, but I know that that's not real, so I suppress that. That's not. I can't live on that.
Tell them women stop calling.
That's one of the women right there. I beg your pardon. I thought I was number 2. I beg your pardon.
Black man don't cheat. Black man don't cheat.
That was Mona. So listen, that's a part of maturity. You have to suppress that feeling. That's not a feeling that you can live on right now. You know what I'm saying? When you are out of that relationship, maybe that feeling comes back up. But guess what? A part of compromising in your relationship is that I can't have that life. So you suppress that part of your life. So it's important. You know, they say, and I like how Queen threw up 50% of marriages don't last. And in that same quote, in that same paper that I read with that, it also said over 70% of children follow their parents' ways of relationships. So learn to conform, learn to suppress, learn to compromise, learn to live with someone else so you can live to be happy and pass that visual trait to the next generation.
All right. Deacon, go ahead, Deacon.
Yeah, he pretty much knocked it out the park with the whole point of healing. Understanding that when we're talking about emotional healing, is not what our mindset of what healing really is. Emotional healing and the process of healing is not like, oh, it never happened. It's the management of those emotions. And a lot of people a lot of times we jump into other situations without the management component of dealing with those emotions. And because of that, then you're triggered by other things. So when I go into a relationship and if I have not started the healing process, I don't have the management skills to manage my emotions when these things happen, then I begin to start acting out or taking myself back and putting myself back into a place that I was never healed from. So when we say we're healing, or the healing process is about learning the management, as JP says, compressing those emotions or those feelings. So you learn how to manage. It's pain management. So when you start that process, the first thing you do is, number one, learn to forgive yourself for even allowing yourself to go through it. The second of it is not so much forgiving the act, but understanding the person who did the act, and understanding that they may not have been healed. A lot of times we hold a lot of when we go through these process, when we go through these traumas, we think of only ourselves and not think of the other person and what the other person is still doing or the other person is still going through. So then we hold this resentment for them against them, when in the whole healing, the first part of healing is the forgiveness part of it. So if you're not ready to forgive, you are never going to be able to truly heal and begin to manage those emotions.
Very true. Well, we got to thank everybody that came through today. Of course, you know, starting from the top, we got Athena, we got who else we had up here? We had Jay, we had Will, we had La Bonita, we had JP, Queen, Big Bear, and of course Deacon. All right, and Cash, you're not a guest, dude. What do you want? Your flowers too?
No, go back to your room, man.
Hey, come on.
Go back. We gotta send him back to the room. Send him back to the room.
Come on.
Send him back to the room.
First of all, you know why I want my flowers? You know why I want my flowers? Who came up with this question?
I did. All right, and on another.
Yo, the angry producer is at it again. No, this is the team. You heard Ace yesterday. We are one. You know what I'm saying? So we are one. So we all came up with it.
Yeah, we all came up with it. So we appreciate y'all for coming.
Just know when I leave, I'm leaving with all my questions and all my work.
It's all right. It's all right. We have to
go watch the markets, Cash.
Yeah, exactly. Go watch the market. Come on. All right, so we thank y'all for coming through. Bill is out there enjoying his vacation. Meek, you got anything going on today?
Today, maintaining, not complaining. Y'all don't hear that?
No,
it's probably this one behind me. I don't know. It could be.
No, I hear like the burn. You don't hear it?
No, Cash didn't do anything.
Everybody enjoy. Enjoy y'all Wednesday.
No problem. Where did Bill go? Bill done
I don't know.
Kick me
off.
That Cash is out here kicking me off. It's Cash. It's Cash.
Yo, we appreciate y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you guys follow the Good Brunchin Podcast page. And if you have a topic that you want us to talk about, go ahead and email us at thegoodbrunchinpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, if you would like to be a part of the Good Brunchin, who you're brunching with this next week, go ahead and make sure you tune in Friday, because we're gonna have situational Fridays, and we will premiere the Who You Brunching With. Who you brunching with? You guys see what it is. Other than that, we'll see y'all on the next go around. We'll see y'all tomorrow, same time.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
12 p.m. Have a good one.
Good brunching. Peace.